Mortgage Guy, Mortgage Mondays, episode 99, where I'm talking about what credit score is needed to buy a house. Matt, the Mortgage Guy, Mortgage Mondays, episode 99, where I'm talking about what credit score is needed to buy a house. A question I get quite often, and really it depends on the program. FHA is going to go down to a lower credit score. They'll be able to lend on a 580 credit score and above. Most of the conventional programs are going to want a 600 and above. You'll even be able to get some loans at lower credit scores through alternative financing. But for our purposes, most conventional lenders are going to want you to have a 580 score and above. So that's a blanket answer for that. What's more important and quite confusing for some consumers is what credit score we're using. We're going to use a mortgage credit report. We're going to pull from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. We're going to take those three scores and use the middle of the three. So if you got a 645, 665, and a 702, your score for qualifying is 665, the middle of those three scores. Credit Karma, we don't care what they say. There's other online free resources from your credit card company that's going to give you a score. I hate to break it to you, but that score doesn't mean a thing. Credit Karma is not lending out hundreds of thousands of dollars. When Best Buy pulled your score, they had a different algorithm. They were selling you a $600 TV, so you had a 706 on their model. But for us, those three scores, we took the middle and it was 665. So that is going to be your qualifying score. Also, another thing to consider, if you've got multiple borrowers on a loan transaction, we're going to take the lower of the two middle scores. Meaning your middle score is 665, you've got a co-borrower. Man, this co-borrower's got 790 middle score. They're awesome. It's not going to necessarily help because we're taking the lower of the two scores. So I'll have folks all the time where we've got husband and wife. Wife's got 760 credit, husband's got 642, and we're going to take the lower of the two scores. In the case where we can use one borrower's income to qualify for the loan, maybe we'll say, hey, we can qualify you in just her name, do the loan in just her name, little better terms because the credit score is better. So if there's any of those situations out there, feel free to reach out. Any qualified mortgage advisor can give you advice on how you might want to structure it if you get better terms doing it in one name or the other. But that's the gist of it. Credit is something that's big on a mortgage transaction. One, because you have to qualify in the first place. Two, because you'll get better terms. But the good news is, for mortgage qualifying, there's a lot of factors, and it's your ability to repay. And so the difference between a 640 credit score and a 780 credit score is really not going to be a huge difference in interest rate. And I compare it to the auto industry because I tell people, if you've got crummy credit, you might have to finance your car at 23%. Whereas someone with really good credit has got a 2.75% on that same car. In the mortgage industry, that spread between not so good credit and really great credit is 1% at the most. So if you've got a steady job, decent credit, 580 and above, and can show your ability to repay and all the other things line up to get you qualified, it's not the end of the world that your credit is not 760. So any questions at all in regards to credit, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions. Matt, the Mortgage Guy. Until next time.
529-7600-916-529-7600. Experienced and professional when you're ready to apply. Call Matt, the Mortgage Guy. Call Matt, the Mortgage Guy. When you're ready to apply, call Matt the Mortgage Guy or visit mattthemortgageguy.com. Visit mattthemortgageguy.com.